Greetings! Charles Darwin, born in 1809 from Shrewsbury, England, was a natural English scientist. Born in Shrewsbury, England, was an English natural scientist who laid down the framework for the theory of evolution. He was brought up in a wealthy and a well-respected family with achievements. His father, Robert Darwin, and grandfather, Erasmus Darwin, were known for this. Charles Darwin's mother died when he was at a young age. Darwin planned to study medicine at the University of Edinburgh before his father had announced him to move to divinity. Darwin did not enjoy his studies and was not a great student. He preferred to spend time examining the natural world and beetle collecting. As collecting minerals and insects became a part of his life, he set off to a voyage around the world abroad, which was called HMC Beagle. At the time, he was only 22 years old. This voyage would last 5 years, and he would closely observe the plants and animals, and even rock formations. Darwin collected thousands of specimens all across the world, and he noticed that the giant tortoises on the one island had saddle-shaped shells, while those on the other island had dome-shaped shells. Darwin came up to a conclusion that different animals from different locations had their own unique characteristics that helped them survive. This led to Charles Darwin's thinking of the origin of species. In the origin of species, he denotes that more individual species are born that can possibly survive. This was known as natural selection. Darwin emphasizes that each individual that has an even slight advantage over the other has a much higher chance of survival. These genetic traits are then passed on into future generations. Darwin also states that due to these species being separate from each other, they must have all came from a common ancestor. This process can be known as homology. Although we cannot possibly go back millions of years to observe this, we can come up with this conclusion due to the facts that are known. These facts reflect from fossils, genetics, anatomy, mathematics, biochemistry, and species distribution. In conclusion, Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection states that living things with beneficial traits produces more offspring than others do. This produces change in the traits of living things over time. Being the fittest means being the best adapted to a particular environment. All of this took place at a time when people took the Bible literally. Darwin's stance on religion was how a triune God can let so much evil occur in his personal and natural world. Darwin says in a letter that he wrote, quote, that he can't persuade himself that an beneficent and omnipotent God would have designingly created this arrangement.